Hi, I'm Plummy, and in this episode of RateK, I'm gonna be reacting to EXO's recent comeback, Don't Fight the Feeling. I'm sorry it took me so long to get to this, but again, I've been overwhelmed by the amount of K-pop releases, and also I've been pretty busy in my personal life, so I just haven't had the time to sit down and react to K-pop reactions. So I'm sorry that I'm reacting to this like a month later. Since it was released, if not even longer at this point, I don't know. But I am pretty excited to check this one out because, I mean, it's freaking EXO. They're not my favorite group or anything, but they've actually been pretty solid throughout their existence. Ever since I stopped kind of comparing them to BTS and kind of saying or trying to say that EXO is worse compared to BTS, I've been able to enjoy them much more, and especially with their last few comebacks, I've actually really enjoyed them, especially their song Obsession that they released. It's very much my kind of thing, the kind of K-pop songs that are pretty popular right now, aka the noise music kind, so I'm curious what they're gonna release with this one. I don't think it's gonna be anything quite like that, but I'm still curious. So I guess without further ado, let's just jump into it and find out in 3, 2, 1. Why does this feel more like a Super M music video? Okay, interesting. Okay, this one's definitely gonna be a little bit more vocal heavy. Chenyo? That's Chenyo singing, right? I wasn't under the impression that he can sing, but he's an SM idol, of course he can sing. Hey Shumin, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Definitely I'm not as much into this as I was for Obsession. It's just not my thing. I don't think it's bad or anything though. Wait, is that Lay? What? So he's barely in the music video again. I feel like at this point they should probably just say he's not part of the group anymore, because if he's not gonna be featured in the song, like... Oh, there's like an outro like this, okay. Yeah, you can probably already tell by just my reaction how I feel about this song. I don't hate it or anything, I just kind of feel a little meh about it. It's not bad or anything like that, but like, I feel like it's just a little bit too par for the course EXO music, you know? It feels like an EXO song, it's as good as most EXO songs, the vocals are crazy, but the rapping was basically non-existent in this song, and that disappoints me as somebody who loves K-pop rapping. So I feel like there just wasn't much in this song to entertain me personally. I think it's a good song, and I think most people are gonna enjoy it, but for me personally, it just really doesn't work. And I'm even actually not gonna react to it a second time because, I mean, there's literally nothing to really talk about or react to. I just don't really vibe with this song. Like, the Don't Fight the Feeling part is kind of fine, and I feel like after a few more listens, I'm probably gonna be a little bit more into it, but it's not gonna be a song that I'm gonna play on repeat, that's for sure. It just doesn't have, honestly, anything that really entertains me personally. Obsession is what I want in terms of songs. This is definitely more for the EXO else, so there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just my opinion, you know. In terms of a rating for this song, I think I'm gonna give it about an 8.4 out of 10 because I feel like even the most ardent supporters of EXO will say that this one is not their most, I don't know how to say, their most interesting song. Like, I feel like most people will agree that it's a little par for the course. Like, it's not bad or anything, and it's perfectly fine to enjoy it. I, again, don't hate it. I enjoyed listening to it, but again, it feels a little bit too par for the course, and I feel like most people can agree with that. There's nothing really that is breaking the mold in any way, or it's different, or tries anything a little bit more interesting, you know? It just feels like, yeah, that's an EXO song, you know? But if you think it's an amazing masterpiece, that's completely fine as well. You're free to have your opinion, just as I am mine. So hopefully you're not gonna dislike this video just because I'm not super in love with this song. But yeah, before we end this video though, I just want to quickly give a huge thanks to my first ever Patreon, Omari Bridgman. If you want to join him, you can do that again by going over to Patreon. There are a few perks even for you K-pop fans. The main one being essentially that you can support me at a certain tier and request me to do one request for a K-pop content per week, where you can request me to react to an album, you can request me to react to a music video, request me to react to a B-side or anything like that. And if you do that on Patreon, I'm going to do your request as soon as possible. While you can still request stuff in the comments down below, and I'm going to give them at least a look, not necessarily do a reaction, but I'm at least gonna give them a look and decide. But the main difference between commenting in the comments something to react to and going over and doing that on Patreon is that on Patreon it's a certain thing, while in the comments it ultimately will depend on whether I personally want to check it out or not. But yeah, I don't know, it's up to you. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful with YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you enjoy my stories or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!